All right, so you decide to go to the bank one day. You said, you know what? I don't want people to notice how much money I'm withdrawing. I'm going to write it down on a cute little sticky note or note. Then I'm going to go into the bank. You go up to the counter. You give them your license. You give them the PIN to your account. You verified you were you. And then the teller says, okay, let me go to the back and go ahead and begin working on what you need from us, this large sum of money that you want to withdraw cash. Then all of a sudden, minutes later, you hear guns being popped out of holsters and you hear people saying, sir, I need you to come with me because you have now been assumed to be a bank robber. My God. So can we just talk about the fact that this even happened? Second, we're going to talk about whether or not this could have been prevented. Third, whose fault is it? Whose fault? Is the tellers, the bank managers, the police, Ryan Coogler himself? And also, is this black card worthy? Is this because he's black man in a hoodie? Let's talk about it. Ryan Coogler, the director of Black Panther, has been in Atlanta and he has been shooting, of course, Black Panther 2. Can't wait for that to come out. Moving on, he decides to go into a bank because some people that that work for him only want cash. They don't want any other way of payment. That's a whole nother thing. But he goes to withdraw $12,000. He's obviously done this multiple times in the past. He doesn't want people to hear how much cash is being counted on the machine. He doesn't want to draw attention when he is withdrawing his money. And so because of that, he leaves his team in the car because it's his account. He goes in and he hands them a sheet of paper saying, hey, I don't want to draw attention. I would like this amount of money. Can you do this discreetly? He has already given them his ID, which is a California license. He has verified his account by entering his PIN and all the things that Bank of America requires you to do whenever you go in to withdraw anything or do a transaction. And then the teller tells him, hey, all right, let me go to the bank and handle this. Well, what he didn't know is the bank teller went to the back and told her manager, I think we might be getting robbed. She's like, why? Why are we getting robbed? And it's the fact that he's barely talking to me. He doesn't want to talk out loud. He's giving me a note. And so the teller made some assumptions, but the teller ran it by the bank manager who said, just call the police. The police on the other end is like, so does he have a weapon? She's like, no, I don't see a weapon. Okay, well, I'll send some people, some guys, you know, some cops. She didn't say cops, but I can remember how she phrased it. In your area on over there. He ends up in cuffs, sitting in the back of a police car. He's talking to them very calmly while he's in cuffs, trying to save your job. I need you to Google me. Just Google me real quick. And this is obviously a worse nightmare for him because he was worried about being robbed. Little did he know he could have almost got shot. And is this something that happened because he was black? I think if he was a different profile of person in a nice business suit, possibly a different skin color, he would not have been assumed to be someone who was there to rob a whole bank. I just can't imagine in America that being the case. But he also did have on sunglasses, and I just wish the teller would have said, sir, can you remove your glasses, verify him against the license. If he gave you all the things and he does not have a weapon, assume the note is legit. He just wants to be discreet. Girl, give him the money. Give him the money. So next, whose fault is this? Honestly, I don't know whose fault it is, y'all. What y'all think? I don't even know. Is it the teller's fault for assuming they were being completely robbed when he didn't say, lady, give me the money with no verification? He gave her all of his information and did not have a weapon. Is it her fault? Is it the manager's fault who didn't come out and vet the situation? Now, the teller was actually pregnant, so she probably didn't want to take any risks, so I understand that for sure. Is it the manager's fault, right? I don't know if they're going to end up getting fired or not. I hate for them to get fired over this. At the same time, girl, And then lastly, is this Ryan's fault? Did Ryan need to take off his glasses? Did Ryan need to dress differently when he came into the bank, not in the hoodie and scruffy? Did he need to change who he was in order for this not to happen to him? I think people are going to have a lot of different opinions about this, but let me just tell you right now, I can't wait for us to get to a day where a black person doesn't have to present themselves any other way than any other person who's doing business or living their life in order to be treated fairly. It's the assumptions, the stereotypes about the profile of a black person in a hoodie, or a scruffy black person, or a black person in sunglasses in a bank. He did not want to be recognized because he did not want to be robbed, because there had been robberies in the area and stuff, just so y'all know, in Atlanta. So yeah, I understand his concern. Lastly, for all of us who are watching as bystanders, is there anything that we can do whenever we see something like this happen? And I would say yes. I think we speak up on situations like this in order to prevent situations like lives being taken over assumptions about black people. And so what I would want to offer to this conversation is this. I feel like there were way too many assumptions made, and I do believe that they started with the fact that he was a black man. I think it wasn't fair for him to be assumed to be a robber when he did everything that he should have done in order to receive his money. So I can't wait till we can get to that day. So in the meantime, I'm a woman of faith. I pray. I'm definitely praying for this situation. Like, I need justice to be done. At the same time, I just hate it happen. And so considering that Ryan Coogler also almost had a panic attack in the back of the police car, he asked him, hey, can you remove my sunglasses? I feel like I'm about to have a panic attack. This could easily be traumatic for him, and I'm just praying that everything works out. That's it. Everything works out. Thanks so much for watching. I want you to subscribe only if you're about God, goals, moving forward, and the good life. And today we talked about how the good life, at least in this moment, was taken from Ryan Coogler in just an everyday transaction for him, which he's done this multiple times, and hate it for him. But I'd love for you to weigh in the comments and let me know what you think about the situation. Okay, y'all? Okay. All right. See y'all next time. From the city, I'm okay.